If you hire somebody who doesn't help your business, then let them go. Hire slow, fire fast. That's always a constant debate. I think that people look at that. It's even you at the top of the show are like, we get this question of, when exactly do you hire? What revenue should you be at? What, stage of the game? And I think that Collins and there's a few other people in the space that lay out these exact patterns. And for me, I think it's more about what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and what is your game plan to make it to the next level. And I find a lot of, especially small business entrepreneurs, especially online entrepreneurs, they tend to hire people who duplicate them. So if they're, say, doing somebody's social media or websites or whatever, they hire a web designer so that they can double their production. The problem is that the things that are not allowing their business to scale are maybe the finances or their own promotion and marketing or the selection of, all these other things in a business that are their weaknesses. That's where you should hire towards, is hire towards your weakness so that now you become an even stronger body as a whole. I think from the top of an organization, like the example you brought up, an organization will follow the personality, the intention, the drive, personality is probably the best word, of its leader, period. That's what you'll see in any and every corporation out there. Whoever the leader is driving, whether it's a down and grind business, or whether it's a greedy business, or whether it's a caring business, or whether it's a team mentality business. I had coached basketball and played, D1 basketball. So I was always in a coaching frame of mind. So I would get to know my employees and get to know the executives in a frame of mind of like, let's not tell you what to do. Let's see how we can do something together. And that culture is always developed by the leader. So in the hiring process, I think it's a matter of finding what are the different areas and then bringing people in who are going to, like I said, help in that strength or, in that weakness. And especially when you get into a little bit bigger organization, like-minded people do hire like-minded people. Like if you were going to hire a booking or an accountant for, or a bookkeeper for inside the company, you wouldn't use your top sales guy to interview that bookkeeper, because he's going to overwhelm her or him, and he's going to, create this, this standard that is just totally different in personality. Whereas vice versa, you wouldn't use your bookkeeper or your chief financial officer to go and bring on your top salesman, because you're going to look for somebody who's hungry. I would have the top salesman recruit your next salesman, so that between the two of them, they are creating a competitive nature, and they're creating a camaraderie, and they're playing a game together. And that's where then you're going to start building divisions within your organization that are strong, and they are team oriented, and they're pushing forward your purpose, which you as a business owner should be constantly pushing down the line that, this is how, I have a purpose to help create, millions of entrepreneurs, because I want to increase the production and the prosperity of the world. And every single person, from web designers to social media content to people who book my, podcast, they all know that that's my purpose and that's what we're driving for. And if they're not aligned with that, they just fall away. You're building an organization. It's like you started out with if you're building the Bulls, you got to know that it doesn't matter how crazy Rodman is off the court. On the court, he's going to bring you hardcore rebounding, no ego, as far as sharing the ball. And he's going to also step in front of a punch for you every single day of the week. So that's a great employee. You've got to give somebody a game. You've got to give somebody a purpose. You've got to make it worth their while to pass up more money, because there's more opportunity for making friends, for caring about what you're doing, for having a possible career and not just being a number. Like, there's a lot of things that a small business can leverage against a what do they call those? A merry-go-round doorway for, for some of these bigger companies. I think it's really important to also know, and this just is in general as an entrepreneur and business owner, before I had any success, I had failures. And then guess what? After I had success, more failures. So I think any business owner really needs to know, whether it's in the hiring process or it's in the delivery process or the customer service or the sales or like whatever area of the company it is, and hiring's included, that it's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to get back up and, and keep fighting. Like in boxing, they have a 10 count for a reason. It doesn't matter if you got hit hard and you're dazed and confused for 9 seconds. Did you lose at 9 seconds? No. So you got a chance to get back up and to fight again. And you still have an opportunity to win that fight. You don't lose the fight just because you fell on your back for 9 seconds. So I think that's also in the hiring process. When I speak to business owners about what hiring failures they've made, and so I think you learn from those things and you learn along the way, the same as you do, learning how to walk as a child. Like you're going to get up and fall and then just get back up again. And I think that's really, really important, to not take it so seriously or to freak out so much about, if I hire this guy, is it going to screw up my business or is it going to help me? If you hire somebody who doesn't help your business, then let them go. Hire slow, fire fast.